The Frolic Meal Show! Frolic and his guests discuss how to make a real-life living in Second Life so you too can find out how top content creators and virtual artists ended up on top of their game. And now, put your hands together for Frolic! Oh, baby. Mills!
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to one more Frolic Meals show. Today we have two wonderful designers. Belle Roussel, owner of Shop Zuey, is here with us. She is unbelievably talented. And Mila Tatham is also here from Solidea Folies. And I hope I said that correctly. If I didn't, I apologize, Miss Mila Tatham. And we're going to be talking about how they began, what happened when they were newbies, how did they decide to become who they are. And my first guest, please welcome Belle Roussel of Shop Zuey Jewelry. Welcome, Belle. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm fine. Thank you, Frolic, for having me here.
You're very welcome, Belle. So, Belle, I have a particular envy of jewelry designers. I mean, I can somewhat build. I mean, I have been friends with Patch Thibault, and I know, and you know, Patch is the kind of guy who makes things very big and very, you know, if you look around here, it's all of his work, and everything is a giant prim, and then he tortures those prims into huge things, and you know, once he is happy that, or he feels that he has tortured and make that poor prim suffer enough, then he lets it go, and then he textures it, and then he builds what he builds, right? But jewelry designers have this quality that I cannot quite understand, of making a very, very tiny prim, and then have the patience to link it to another little prim, and then another little prim, and another little prim, and it makes me psychotic. I cannot imagine the amount of work it takes to create a piece of jewelry. Can you tell me how that began?
It's true. Those tiny little prims can really kill you. But you know, you just zoom in close and you do what you can do, and you just have to have a lot of patience. That's the main thing with it, because it's constantly adjusting and readjusting and moving this way and getting it right. It's not, it's not easy, but it's a love. So it's okay.
Okay. All right. And tell me something. What was Belle Roussel as a newbie? What were you doing? Were you, in beach places, in discos? Were you dancing in a pole somewhere, or what?
I'll tell you, when I first came to Second Life, I was very shy, and for months I didn't do anything. I didn't talk to anyone. If anyone talked to me, I would run away, because I just didn't get it. I just didn't get how it worked. But then, I got a boyfriend on Second Life.
Well, yeah, so shy.
Yeah, right. And so then
I talked to anybody, but I had one boyfriends. Thank you very much. Okay.
So then I started opening up a little, and he started showing me the ropes. After that, however, I became a club owner in Second Life, and I owned a couple of really big clubs that were quite successful. So all the shyness kind of went out the window after that. You got to get tough if you're a club owner.
What kind of clubs were there?
Well, they were kind of dance clubs, kind of, a little more risque clubs, kind of, a mix of everything. We actually had entire role-play sims. We had 3 or 4 role-play sims going, with a few different clubs on them at the same time. So it was a whole big thing.
Wow. Okay, so so here you are the big madame, I should say, maybe, I don't know, of this fabulous clubs, and then one day you decided to start playing with little prims and putting them together. How
No. What happened was my business partner had some real life problems, and practically overnight we had to close down everything. I mean, from one day to the next, we had to shut down the Sims, close down the clubs, blah blah blah. The whole thing was just gone, as it happens in Second Life quite often. And I had all of these fabulous, I mean, just amazing dancers and workers that had been with me for such a long time. Some were good friends, and they were all very loyal and really hardworking people. And I felt terrible that they were all of a sudden out of a job. You know, nobody knew we were closing down. So I said, okay, I'm going to do something. I'm going to open a business where I can share it with them, something, somehow, that will help them, you know, to have another job and make a little money in Second Life like they used to. I know they're hard workers. So I put together some jewelry. You know, I really had no experience before that. I just said, okay, I have to do this. I have to figure it out. And in about 2 weeks' time, I had 5 or 6 collections made.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that's not a normal story. How the hell do you go from being a club owner to, you know, and being the boss of all these dancers, and then you go, okay, I'm going to become a jewelry designer. Let me put this collection. I mean, how did you figure out the Photoshop and the skills and the little prints and how to torture the prints? I mean, that's not something that you go, bang, I did it.
When you have to do something, you just figure it out. You know, I had a lot of friends. I called people and said, how do you do this? How do you do that? So I did whatever I had to do to get it done. And I literally had about 5 or 6 collections done in 2 weeks' time. So that's how it really started. I put it together as a franchise, and I gave it out to all of the dancers. And I said, here, go open shops. And I gave them a fabulous commission, and they were all happy and excited to do it. Some of them, most of them actually, are still with me today, you know, doing really well, making some money for themselves, having fun, being part of the Chop Zuey family. So that's how it happened. I know it's a crazy story, but it's the truth. You know, invention.
I mean, I wish I could go, I've had it with Roussel. I don't want to be Frolic Meals anymore. I'm tired of all this, you know, and go, okay, bang, I'm going to become a jewelry designer or a fashion designer or a whatever, a shoe designer. Yes. But it's just not that easy for me. I feel like I'm a good director of the orchestra, you understand? I have a lot of people that you know, embody what Roussel is. You know, we have the magazine and we have the website and we have the radio and we have the, you know, all the Sims and I have so many people that help me with all that. And, you know, yes, I'm on top of everything, you know, but I could not imagine myself sitting down in a little studio like most designers have. You know, they have this shoebox or something and they just go in there 24/7 and start putting little prints together. I think I would go psychotic. You know, I just need a little more, I think.
It's true. But you're a different personality. You know, I mean, what you do fits who you are. I could not do what you do. It's too many. I'd have to talk to too many people in one day. I could, you know, everyone has a different personality.
Yeah, I suppose.
But if you had to do it, I bet you would. You know, I had to do it. I had to do this for my people. I couldn't just walk away from them.
Belle, that's a beautiful story. I'm very happy that I asked you this because I had no clue. And now, Belle, I'm going to go into some personal stuff I know about you. And I won't reveal too much, but just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. So, the other day, I was talking to Belle about... I don't know, her work and stuff, and all of a sudden she says, well, in real life, I'm an opera singer. And I said, what? Ladies and gentlemen, Belle Roussel is actually a professional opera singer. And, you know, and this is actually even weirder now that I hear the whole story because opera singer and then a dance club owner and now a jewelry designer. And you go, what the hell is this? And I mean, it's unbelievable. Can you tell me anything about that? I mean, you don't have to get too personal with the story, but I think you should tell us a little bit, please.
Yes, of course, I'd love to. Yes, I am an opera singer by profession in real life. I have sung in many, many houses around the world. I lived in Milan for many years singing. I am based in New York, and I have sung all over the United States and in many different places, and it's what I love. It's not an easy life. It's very difficult to make money. So much work, so little pay, you know, unless you're at the very top of the food chain, you know, or you know, making records and that kind of thing. So I've always been open to, you know, doing whatever I can. I used to teach also, you know. I had a teaching studio, a voice studio, and I don't know. I think I'm just one of those versatile kind of people that can do different things. But yes, I am a professional opera singer.
All right.
My first love.
Yeah, well, once you fall in love with opera, I suppose there's no turning back, right?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. All right. Well, I am trying to convince, and people here in the audience, please help me. Relay for Life season is on, and we are trying to. I am always thinking, what should I do, to help out, the American Cancer Society. And one of the things that I want to do this year, which I've never done before, I have a very talented designer called Nish Mip, and she is doing a beautiful park in one of my Sims, and it's unbelievable. I mean, this place looks like, this world on crack, and and it's beautiful. And one part of this park is going to be called Le Café des Artistes, which is, of course, Artist Cafe, where people will be able to exhibit beautiful artwork and etc. But it's going to be, a beautiful restaurant kind of thing. Yeah. And, in the middle of, like, a beautiful garden and all this. And I've been thinking, what if we do, a very nice dinner, very formal dinner with, everybody, dressed to the nines. And, I know a chef that prepares the most amazing food here in Second Life. And then we can have, I don't know, maybe we can have
some piano music.
Oh my God, piano, and then you singing beautiful opera, and just make it a beautiful, beautiful evening of entertainment and very elegant. And that can be a, yeah. I think we should. What do you guys think? Everybody here, what do you guys think? Should we do it? Clap your hands if you want Belle Roussel to sing opera.
That would be lovely. That really would be. Well, we'll see.
All right. She says that she's never ever done singing here in Second Life. Well, I think we should take that virginity away from you, darling, and just get you going. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right, Belle.
Just for you.
Now, yes, well, I thank you for that, because I would be so honored to hear you, and I think it's a wonderful cause, and I think everybody would enjoy something like that. Let's go into who you are today, Belle, because your jewelry has been, I've interviewed many jewelry designers, and I understand where they come from, and for example, Eula's work. I really get Eula's work, and I can recognize Eula's work, 3,000 miles away. But when I look at your collections, one thing is so different from the other. And I am in love with your animal collection that you made for Basel Fashion Week last year, and it was just amazing, and it was so original, and I've never seen anything like that. Where do you get your inspirations? What is the process to come up with all this amazing things that you do?
Well, inspiration, you got to get it wherever you can.
Yes.
For me, I feel like I always go to the classics. I am in love with all of the classics, whether it be music or poetry or art or literature, or philosophy, spirituality, whatever it is, that they have remained so beloved to all of us over such a long time period is amazing to me. For me, it's like they hold the answer. They hold these. It's like these containers of truth that keep you, from getting away from all the distractions in our lives. So I always go to the classics. I'll read something that if I don't know where to go or how to start a new collection, I'll go and I'll read some poetry, or I'll go and I'll listen to some music that I love, and it always puts my frame of mind in a different place. I don't know if it opens me up more or whatever, but that is always my first step if I'm stuck. Sometimes I just see something and I just have an idea and say, oh, that would be perfect, let's do this. And then you start, and it kind of takes on a life of its own. The creative process is endless, and you just go. I try to stay as open as I can, and just go with what's happening. Sometimes I let the jewelry talk to me. I like it that way, actually. To have it tell me, I want to do this, I want to be that, I want to be that color, or I want to be this shape, or I want to have this impression. Whatever it is, I just try to remain an instrument, if you will,
right.
to to
That's
achieve process.
I have a book here in my home called Salvador Dali's
Yeah.
jewelry collection, and I've looked at some of those pictures. I mean, Salvador Dali is completely over the top, and he made this amazing jewelry collection using all kinds of stones and all kinds of metals and all kinds of things,
Oh.
and for some reason it doesn't really. I mean, I'm not saying it's similar to your work, but I'm saying it reminds me a little bit of your creative process because it's so particular and so different. And when I see your work, I see a little bit of Dali or
Oh,
and I don't know. I just think it's
wow, what
I just
amazing
think it's
compliment. Thank you.
well, yeah. I think it's. I mean,
I
I
do
always
look at,
wondered if you admired Dali because for some reason there's something about him that reminds me of you. Yeah.
I do. I love Dali and I feel very connected to his work. But I also do look at my work and my creative process more as an artistic venture than say, I mean, I don't really consider myself, dare I say, a fashionista, although I love fashion and I just love all the beautiful fabrics and the clothing and and just everything. I love all of that. But I kind of look at it more from an artist's perspective, a singer's perspective, someone who has a discipline under their belt and who works in a trained manner in a certain way. I take all of that stuff with me when I sit down and I res a prim to start making a new piece.
Yep, I do know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I suppose every creative impulse it's a little bit like that. I never know what my next move is going to be. Maybe I'm watching, I don't know, Two and a Half Men, and I get an inspiration.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Or the
You
Big
got to
Bang
stay
Theory.
open. You got to stay open to it. You never know where it's
Yeah.
going to come from, and you don't knock it when it comes. You just grab it and run with it.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly what I do every day. I'm always looking for videos and shows and this and that and
Yeah.
just getting ideas left and right. Yeah. All right. Well, Belle, what is the future for you? What's going to happen? What can we expect from the House of Shop Zuey?
The House of Chop Zuey. Well, I don't want to give too much away, but there are some fun things coming in the fall. You'll have to be a little surprised. And I can tell you, we are in the process of doing wedding rings and engagement rings. Oh my God, people have been asking like crazy for that for the longest time, and it's just been on my to-do list forever. So that's definitely coming soon. And just more of the same, I mean, I have a huge group that they're like my family. I love them all. I know most of them personally, of my group members, and and I just want to keep giving them what they want. So
And it does
there
feel
it
that
is.
way. I belong to your group, and I know that there's such a family feel in that group.
They
It's
are.
really nice
It
to
is.
hear. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. And I really attribute all my success to the relationships that I've built along the way. Absolutely, without a doubt. That's the key to it for me.
Well, by the way, somebody just asked me if I got inspiration from Charlie Sheen. No, it's the mother that inspires me. I love that woman. I love that character.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen's not much of an inspiration.
Belle, it's been wonderful. I mean, I knew I was going to have something under my belt with that opera story, but you gave me a lot more than I was expecting. And I thank you. You are wonderful, and I look forward to your work because I
Yeah.
love it.
Thank you. I love you too, Frolic. Thank you for having me here. It was my pleasure and honor.
Thank you, my darling. Okay, and we'll be right back with Mila Tatham, Solidea Folies CEO. She's a wonderful and very talented woman. Thank you very much. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. So you may have heard of my next guest. Um, this lady has been making big, big noise in the couture houses of Second Life. She has shows all over the place. She has been featured in I don't know how many other magazines. She is just having a wonderful, wonderful career. She's very new, but yet very successful already. Yes, I'm talking about Mila Tatham, none other than Solidea Folies CEO. Welcome, Mila. Welcome. Welcome to my show.
Thank you, Frolic. Really an honor being here today.
Oh, you're so cute. Look at you. She's a little shy. It's
Yes,
funny.
you know.
About 5 minutes
I'm
ago,
really
Mila
shy.
opened an IM to me and it said, I'm going to read this the best that I can. It says, Io non cento IW cento da skipe, altrimenti impacinzo. And I was like, what?
Francisco.
Woman? And then she goes, whoops, wrong window, sorry. And I was like, thank God, woman, because you were scaring the hell out of me.
That is true. I go in panic.
Oh, were you a
Suddenly
little...
go in panic.
Oh, you were a little panicked about this? Oh, no. No, 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 no.
Okay.
Okay, Milita, so who the hell are you? Where did you come from? All of a sudden, it's like I've never heard of you, and all of a sudden you're all over the place. How long have you been? Let me see. Let me check out your profile. You've been around since 2007. Okay, so what were
Yes,
you doing in 2007, woman? What was your story like?
I built. The first thing I do in Second Life, I build a prim, and I fall in love. And so I became a builder. And like builder, I spent my first 3 years in Second Life. I built a lot of things, a lot of sim, and I was happy like a builder. But even I love fashion. I was a shopper. I was
Yes.
crazy for shopping, and some friend of mine pushed me to try to build something to wear, and I became a fashionist, a designer, and Solidea Folies born, and so
Wow,
I'm here.
wonderful. And let me ask you something. Do you have a build shop of any kind? Do you sell houses or prefabs of any kind?
No. I build only for custom work. I build
Oh, I
only.
see. So you did like private sims and that sort of thing, yeah?
Yes. No. I
Great.
don't have a shop and build a lot
Okay,
for
okay.
friends. And so, and my own sim, Salimar. Sorry,
Great.
my little Chewy.
Is that your dog going crazy? Well, that's
sorry,
fine. I
sorry,
have
sorry.
2 lovely cats. It's okay, darling. Don't worry about it. I understand. The other day I was in a fashion show and I was trying to speak, and one of my cats. I adopted 2 cats about 2 months ago. They were left in a park in the middle of nowhere, and they were basically dying. And I said, I can't allow this to happen. And I adopted these 2 cats, and of course I took them to the vet and to the doctor, and then to a spa, and now they're fabulous cats. But the other day I was trying to speak in an interview, and one of the cats jumped on my arm, and I was like, "Whoa!" In the middle of an interview, and people were like, going, like, "What is going on, Frolic?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, my cat just decided to, nearly give me a heart attack." Anyway, so don't worry about the dog.
Okay, they are right now.
Okay, great. All right, Mila. So you were a builder, and then one day you decided to do fashion design. Now, you're Italiana, yes?
Yes, I'm Italian. Yes,
Yes. Okay. So,
center of
um,
Italy, South Italy.
south of Italy. Okay. Now,
Yes.
your fashion is so particular, and I know you have a lot of fans. I mean, for example, I sent a notice out in my modeling academy group, and the minute I said Mila Tatham will be here, she goes, "Oh my God, if Mila's there, I'm there," and they ran over here. Um, and I see your fashion is very particular, and of course I can recognize that it's also very Italian. What are your inspirations? Where do you get your inspirations from, Mila?
It's not so simple because I think my work come from lots of different things and feelings, and some is just a music or a flower or another simple, very simple things. I just look around me and I find my inspiration really in lots different things. And of course, I'm Italian, and I grew up in my real life in a fashion world because my parents sell fashion, haute couture. So I look, I go to the fashion weeks in Milan, in Firenze, and
wow, what an honor!
In this way, I spent my year when I was young, very young. I was a baby, and my parents were so young. They took us, me and my sister, with them around the world, and so it's natural for me think at haute couture, at fashion, and it's really very natural thing. I have a vision when I think I want to do a dress. I have a vision. I start to think to a little thing. A curve, a flower, a simple thing, and then start build, and the dress come out. It's simple.
Wow. So I'm sorry. Let's go back a little bit. Did you say your parents were actually involved in real life haute couture? Is that what you said?
No, actually, no. They are old now, and they are in holidays.
No,
so
but
it's
before.
my turn to work. No, I don't work in fashion industry in real.
No, but your parents. Did you say your
yeah,
parents?
My parents,
yeah?
yes, both. Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
They were seller of haute couture.
Wow, I'm so jealous, and it's such a privilege, to be at a fashion week over in Milan, and Firenze.
Yes.
I've been to some fashion weeks. One in New York a long time ago, and I've worked with some real life fashion designers. But to do the Italian fashion week, it would be such a dream come true for me. I would love to. Okay, Mila. So you are no stranger to haute couture, then, and I can see a lot of that for some reason in your work, and. And when did you start designing, Mila? Because I don't think you are that old of a fashion designer, are you?
Last year.
Yeah,
Last year. It's only 1 year.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
and I draw fashion like like I'm a baby. I play with my sister to be a stylist, and so but in Second Life I started last year. Last year, 1 year. Yes.
Well, you've come a long way, I have to tell you, because you have done some incredible work, and like I said, it's been covered in so many different places that I was like, wow, this woman is, really. And I mean, Mila, of course, when you hit that market, which is the top model scene of Second Life, of course I'm going to hear about you, and which is always the case. I know when the models are fussing about somebody, I always go, okay, something is going on here. Let's go see, and sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes I see it, I discover it, and then I go, okay, models, I think you're gonna like this, and they go, oh yes, it just depends who finds you first, but how do you market? How will you step? I feel like sometimes designers are very limited in the market that they appeal to. When you start to appealing to those amazing stylists that we have in Second Life, and the Miss Virtual World girls and the absolute top models of Second Life and all of that, it's a very close little circle. You know what I mean? How do you take your work and give it to the masses, to all of those girls who are dancing right now in a discotheque, or the people who are, I don't know, having sex somewhere? How do you cater to those people? How do you step out of your comfort zone, which is haute couture, and say to these people, listen, I'm making something here that maybe you can use, Oh, August.
Yes.
He's asking if there is sex in Second Life. Just a little bit, August. Just a little bit. Keep searching. You'll find it. Mila, go ahead.
But I think that I know perhaps I don't do so easy dress, but I think that everything can wear a Solidea Folies dress and feel well. This is what I hope. I hope that girl or boys too that wear my dress feel something good, feel happy to dress, to wear my dress, and this is the only thing I want. I really want, because I'm not worried about what is my part of market in Second Life fashion. I don't really think about I'm doing haute couture instead, I'm doing casual instead, I do it punk instead.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm doing a dress. I like this dress, and so I hope someone else like it.
Yes.
This is.
Yeah, I no, Mila, I think you're absolutely right. But the thing is that you have come, you through this beautiful avant-garde imagination of yours all over the grid, and it appealed to the, to the fashionistas and stuff. I'm trying to think, maybe for myself, and maybe I'm relaying my own thoughts to you as to how do you market to the rest of the people. You know what I mean? And it's kind of hard because you're so chic and elegant, and I don't know if everybody will get you as a designer. Because I think some other people may prefer just a simple skirt with a little T-shirt. You know what I mean? I see that so much in life.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, Mila, I think we'll figure it out. But I'm debating here in my own head during this entire show whether we should reveal our little secret. What do you think? We have a secret, ladies and gentlemen. Mila, reveal our little secret?
You want to reveal our secret? No,
Carolyn O'Hare
now?
is saying, yeah. Eliza's saying, we love secrets. Carolyn O'Hare is saying, reveal it. August is going, oh, a secret. And
You want to tell? I have Twitter.
well, how about I start and then you finish it, okay?
Okay, go on.
All right, here it is, people. Mila Tatham contacted me, I don't know, about 3 weeks or maybe a month ago, and she showed me her work, and it was so beautiful, and she told me she had done some collaborations with some other people, or maybe a collection that she did for those other people. And I said, well, woman, how about you and I get together and we do a collaboration, this collection. And she was like, oh my God, I would love to do it. I would love to do it with you, and blah, blah. So I went psychotic, getting my what I would love to see in Second Life, what my vision of fashion would be. And I looked high and low for those pieces that were somehow special to me and that I would love to see in Second Life. And I showed Mila a whole collection that I would love to see in Second Life. And she went, wow. And Mila, take it away. Now it's you to continue.
Yes. And I do. I'm doing. I'm doing my vision of Frolic vision of couture. Yes, I'm doing.
How are you? What did you think about the pictures that I showed you? And
of course.
because I spent like, I don't know, 3 weeks looking for things and researching this and researching that, and when I showed Mila, she was like, "Oh my God, this is great." Did you really like it, Mila, or did you say, "Oh my God, Frolic Meals is absolutely insane," or what do you think about it?
No, I think that I really like your ideas, and as I tell you, I try to keep these your ideas and transform in our ideas, and so what I'm doing right now, I really like. I'm very happy about. The dresses are coming out, and I'm happy about it, awesome. And I'm thrilled, and I can't wait to show to our public, yes. Our friends. And
yes.
So yes.
Mila, I want you to know something. I want you to know something. We are going to have more than one diva chasing you, and I know it. And sometimes I actually have nightmares about the show that will be releasing my first contribution fashion work here in Second Life. So, I go, how is this show going to be? What do I do? It has to be something different. It has to be something very glamorous and very fabulous, and and I think about my dream cast. Who will the models be? Who will represent Frolic Meals and Mila Tatham that day? And I want you to know that I'm thinking about this, and I'm very, very excited. And people, I only have to say this. I think this is going to be a beautiful, beautiful show. I think it's going to be an amazing collection. Mila is working hard. I look at her work. I go, yes, but maybe more of this and maybe more of that. And we'll be fighting back and forth until we have a fabulous, fabulous collection. And I hope you guys enjoy it. It's been a beautiful job. And Mila, I thank you so much for your friendship and what we're doing together and your collaboration, okay?
Okay, can I add a thing? Can I tell a thing? Okay, yes. I really love this work with you, because I think we are both dreamers, yes, and I believe in dream. I think that life is not life without big dream, not little dream. We have to dream in a big, big way, because in this way we can do our life better. And so thank you, Frolic. I really enjoy doing this work.
And
really, really enjoy.
Let's keep dreaming, Mila. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Thank you, my friend. Thank
wish
you.
For a better show. And somebody's asking me when, Frolic, when? We don't know the exact date, but I promise you, when I make that press release, I will post it everywhere, including the public bathrooms of Second Life. So don't worry, you will find out. Thank you, Mila. Thank you, Belle, Roussel, Metaverse TV. Over to you, and thank you all for a wonderful show. Have a great day. And don't forget, 2 p.m. today, we have the Spring Collective Collection 2012. This is our 2 p.m. SLT. It'll be in a fabulous location. Beautiful show, amazing stage, amazing everything. And by the way, Mila Tatham is in that show, so you cannot miss it. We have a lot of new releases, things you've never seen before, so don't miss it. Thank you guys, and have a great day. Bye-bye.